What's up, Trash Gamer community? Trash Gamer here. Today we're going to be breaking down the Battle Royales, the Mount Rushmore of Battle Royales, to see which one actually is the best. It's obviously going to be an opinion, and I'd love if y'all dropped y'all's opinion in the comments on what the best BR is. But we'll get started. We'll go with PUBG first, just because it was one of the first Battle Royales to actually, I wouldn't say drop just because there have been different variations of it, but it's the first one in our Mount Rushmore Battle Royale. So PUBG dropped, I know it dropped on console September 25th, 2017. August 25th, 2017. I think, in my personal opinion, it was a pretty solid Battle Royale. It did not live up to its expectations on console. I know people are going to hate me for saying that. It dropped real buggy. It had multiple issues that they didn't even really address until they dropped their second map. I thought for sure within the week they were going to have that first map rendering in well and everything. Comes to find out you had to buy an Xbox One X, a whole new console for a game that doesn't even run 4K. Doesn't even run 4K. You had to buy a whole new console just so your maps would render in faster. Which I think is a really big letdown for how cool of a shooter it was. Tactical, one of the first tactical battle royales, like really the only solid tactical battle royale to actually drop with real guns. It's a battle simulator. It's not, the color palette's not too bright. You don't have special abilities. Here is an actual battle simulator BR. We just can't get it down on console, which was really upsetting. And it just caters really to that tactical shooter mindset, which is, I think, what holds it back from Fortnite, for them dropping around at the same time. It didn't drop with a battle pass. Fortnite actually was the one to create the battle pass. It didn't drop with a leveling system, so it really got really dry and dull really fast. That's my opinion on PUBG. My opinion on my favorite, personally, Call of Duty. It dropped a AAA title, so obviously it's about to outdo everything out at the time, which was, it still really didn't outdo Fortnite just because the popularity had blown up since then. It definitely outdid PUBG in my opinion, especially viewing-wise, just because it's Call of Duty. It's a AAA title. PUBG knew it was going to take a hit when Call of Duty dropped because it's a first AAA battle royale, so it had all these people working on it. It was Call of Duty, so it sold itself by its name, Call of Duty. So when Call of Duty dropped, it dropped really solid. It had its bugs. It developed some bugs, fixing those bugs. There was a bug for only the Xbox One X users, which was really insane, that if you got down to the last 10 people, you had a big chance of lagging out, which was really, it really hurt them really bad. And as long as it took to get out a patch for that and then no compensation. I don't know if a few weeks later, if that double XP that dropped was a compensation. To me, I didn't even have the 1X. We lost a lot of games because of that. That double XP is not a compensation. Taking them forever to drop more levels. Everyone's max level on Blackout, if you care about it. Have been for a while. Taking so long. Finally dropping some within the next month or so. It had its. There are guns that have to be nerfed. There are guns that have to be buffed. That comes with every game. So we're not really going to use that against it. But in my opinion, it was a really solid Battle Royale. It didn't last as long as a PUBG game. Lasted a little bit longer than a Fortnite game. And it was always had potential to be action-packed. You had the choice of, you could go over here, play a slow game. You could drop here and play a fast game, which PUBG has that too. All of them have those hot drops, but this one had a lot of big places with a lot of loot. So it kind of spread it out more, other than half the server dropping school, half the server dropping tilted towers. This had big places that had potential to win gunfights that weren't insane. You could come out with good loot and some good kills and a good team fight and a good time. And I just think it gave people really good, memorable games, and it was the first complete solid battle royale. I wouldn't say it was the first because Fortnite came out before it, but it was a good change from Fortnite for the community like me that's not per se good at Fortnite. The next game would be dropped recently, Apex. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Apex. Apex dropped out of nowhere, but when they dropped it, it it took off because once again, it's a free BR. Everything free is going to take off in a big genre like that, of the BR genre. If it's free, it's going to take off. Other than the culling was awful. It probably had its own little stunt, but we won't get into that because that's not even on the Mount Rushmore. That thing doesn't even deserve my time. But it took off. I think it took off personally because we're mid-season Fortnite, mid-season Call of Duty, something new right here, free, ready to go. Really disappointed they didn't drop it with a battle pass. That was one of my big disappointments, especially for someone that likes to grind stuff like that out. Did not drop with a battle pass. And that was a really big miss for EA. I know they're dropping one like a month after, but still, leveling is not a good grind if that's all you're doing is getting the level. I know you get skins and stuff. You're going to lock skins from the Apex packs. The Battle Pass is meta now. Every game is going to have a Battle Pass, which is amazing because it's just something else to grind through. And it also gives you the opportunity to not have to spend money on all of that because I think after level 20, you start to unlock an Apex pack every 2 levels. Woo! Fun. Yeah, but like I said, I don't think it's going to last long. It has a really cool, unique gameplay style. Being it has different classes. It's kind of, to me, the way I describe it is an Overwatch Battle Royale. But I just don't think it's going to outlast everything. I think it's going to flop, honestly, soon. I don't think it's going to keep up with, per se, a AAA Call of Duty, which is going to keep dropping every year. That's another reason Call of Duty, I'm not going to say Blackouts. I'm going to say Blackout's not going to make it because what's next year? Another Call of Duty Battle Royale. But yeah, Apex, I just don't see it outlasting Fortnite. I don't see any of these outlasting Fortnite. And here's where I'll get down to why Fortnite is the best Battle Royale. And that's coming from someone who is awful at Fortnite. Awful. Man, I'm awful at Fortnite. So pretty much quick run through. PUBG, tactical, not going to cater to everybody. Call of Duty, a new one's going to come out next year. That's all I can say about that. You're playing it for like a year and then you're getting the new ones. Apex, it's free. It's going to ride the wave of the BR. It's going to be Fortnite's best competitor for sure. But Fortnite. Here's why I think our generation doesn't like Fortnite. The building mechanic. We grew up run and gun, shooting, first person, third person. What is it, Minecraft? Closest thing we've played to building. Legos, closest we've came to building. I think it's a really cool aspect to a game. I am awful at it. But I think it is the best BR. But like I said, our generation, we don't want to sit there. It frustrates me that I'm not good at it because I'm good at shooters, which is why I'm frustrated I'm not good at building because that's what wins you the game. Get to the last 10 people. You're not going to make it if you can't build. I can't make it the first 10 people to die because I can't build. Um, which is why I think our generation kind of flocks to the PUBG, the Call of Duty, because that's what we grew up on. That's why Fortnite caters to a lot of kids, but they're growing up with that. So that generation, we're going to get more games like that because that generation is the up and coming generation for gaming. So we're going to get more games like that, and we're just going to have to adapt to it. Like Ninja, grown 27, had to adapt to it. One of the biggest streamers. I don't know if Shroud played it. I don't know if Dr. Disrespect played it, but I know I like using Ninja as a good example. Grown, our generation can play Fortnite. It's not a child's game. It's a shooter. We just don't want to get past the aspect of building because we're so bad at it. Um, it launched a month before PUBG dropped, which is I think where it grasped a lot on console. It launched before PUBG, which I think it grasped a lot of its followers, which actually stayed because honestly, in my opinion, PUBG died off quick. I thought we were saying me and all my friends were like, "This is gonna be the only game we ever play again." I played that game for like a month. I forgot what dropped. I think was it Battlefield 1? I think Battlefield 1 dropped. We were off PUBG so quick. And it's a competitive BR. You can sit there and play Fortnite for fun. You can play it competitively. It didn't drop with crazy bugs. It was free. And you just got a good experience out of it, other than me who gets destroyed every time you spawn in. But all opinions aside, Fortnite is the best battle royale. I think it's the most complete battle royale, and I think it will outlast the Mount Rushmore of battle royales, just because Blackout, new Call of Duty is going to drop every year. PUBG, it's so slow. It's only catering to a certain group of people, which you can say Fortnite only caters to a certain group of people. It caters to a bigger group of people. That's why it's going to last longer. In Apex, it's EA. They're going to do something. It's just, I think, always going to come number 2 to Fortnite. That's my opinion on that. Like I said, I'd love to see y'all's opinion. Drop a comment. Let me know what your favorite BR is. It might not even be on this. If there's a BR out here that you think is better than all of these, let me know in the comments, and we'll check them out. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.